So what I have here today is a Wolf A1 upper. This is actually a Taiwanese T91, and I've got the handguard off. You don't actually have to do that. I just removed it to match up the threads in the handguard so I can get some screws for a Picatinny. But the problem that I ran into was these don't come with rear sights, so I put a Matek or a Maytech on it and adjusted the windage, and then went to adjust the elevation with my 5-prong, it's like an M16A1 adjustment tool for the sight pin. And as soon as I loosened up that sight pin, the upper part of the gas block where the sight pin screws in started flopping around. Now what happened was that sight pin was pushing it came through the bottom of the sight block there, or whatever you want to call this, and was pushing on the roll pin, which holds it in place, and that held the front sight steady. But as soon as I went to adjust that sight pin and I loosened it up because I needed to raise it up a little bit, it was no longer pushing on the roll pin, which is right here by the way, and so it started flopping around. And I called Wolf Warranty Service, and because this is still under warranty, and what they told me was that you can easily take the roll pin out, which I did, and then on this upper piece you can take a punch and on both sides use a flat punch and bend that down a little bit on both sides, and that'll take up the slack, and then you can put it back on here. And I'm going to use a piece of wood to drive that back on with a rubber mallet. Would work as well. But it's a pretty simple repair, and a lot of you guys probably got these and right off the bat put a scope on them or something like that, and then later on went to use your front sights and probably had the same thing happen. So this is how you repair it, and it was pretty simple. You use one punch to drive out that roll pin, and then this is the punch that I used on the front side block. I picked this one because it was large enough to span that gap where the roll pin goes through, and I smacked it on that side, smacked it on that side. And when I did that, I actually placed the front sight, I removed the sight pin, and I put this nut on the inside so that I would have something to go against so that I didn't bend these. So it was pretty easy. It was fairly easy to bend it. I didn't do too much surface damage, and that's how Wolf repairs it. That's how the guy instructed me to repair it. If it didn't work out, he said that I could send it in to him and they'd repair it as well, but everything seems to have worked out. You got to be careful when you're doing this so that you don't over bend those, because if you bend them too much, you won't be able to drive that back onto the dovetail. So I hope this helps you guys out, and have a good one.